Good to see you again, James. We're here at the premiere of Scooby-Doo and Batman the Brave and the Bold. And can you start off by just telling us a little bit about what it was like to bring these iconic worlds together and what the thought process was, what like the goals that needed to be achieved when doing so?
Well, it's a dream project. It was something that, you know, I grew up watching the old H&B Batman meets Scooby-Doo.
Sure.
And so it was always we even did a little segment on Brave and the Bold where we showed a version of Batman meeting Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
But to get to actually do a movie where it's kind of in continuity with the series and everything was totally unexpected. So the thing is, I think this version of Batman has a lot in common with Scooby-Doo. Because old school Scooby-Doo, yeah, it was about ghosts, but they were also, ultimately they were crime fighters because usually the ghost ended up being a crook.
That's true.
So I think that kind of ties them together. And plus it's an excuse just to bring Brave and the Bold back, which I'm game for that anywhere. Anytime they ask me, I will be there.
Of course.
Yeah.
And we've been talking to a lot of the cast and crew about the idea that the world's greatest detective needs help from other detectives in this. We've been told that you are the one that was tasked with coming up with what is the problem that Batman has that requires him to get other detectives to help. So how tough was that to come up with?
Well, in my infinite trivia of Batman, I knew that in the 60s he belonged to a group of fellow detectives called the Mystery Analysts of Gotham. All this stuff goes in my head as a kid, and useless information until I have to use it. And so I went, oh, Batman's done this before. And those detectives he was with were just normal people.
Okay.
Roy Raymond, TV detective, and all these other just regular, like, Agatha Christie type detectives.
Sure.
And I was like, well, the Scooby Gang would fit into that. That would totally work. So thank God for the Silver Age of comics, because they had a lot of Batman, I think, had a lot more range in that era.
Yeah.
Because he could do anything. Go to the moon, he could go underwater, which is what Brave and the Bold embraced. So
sure.
It didn't take much thinking to figure out how to get Batman and the gang together.
Well, and obviously Batman, the Brave and the Bold is very much a team-up show, much like Scooby-Doo. Are there characters that you haven't teamed up with that specific iteration of Batman that you would like to see in the future?
It would be hard to go back and find even more obscure characters. It'd be really like Inferior 5.
Sure.
We never did have him team up with the Legion of superheroes, and I think that would be fun.
That could be.
He teamed up with the Guardians of the wrong company.
That would be
He teamed with the Green Lantern Corps, which has Guardians, but
that's true. That's true.
I don't know. I get asked that a lot, and I always come up dry because I can't think of people we haven't used. So
there have been quite a few team-ups at this point.
Yeah.
Well, let's wrap up by just asking: is there anything you can share with us regarding what's coming up in 2018 from the DC animated team?
I can only talk about what we've already announced, which is Death of Superman. Well, actually, Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay will be my next movie.
Okay.
And look for that sometime in the spring. And following that is Death of Superman. Both very different movies. I think Suicide Squad is more different than anything I've done in a long time. Well, ever. I mean, it's my first official R-rated movie.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I've gotten R movies before, but I had to recut them to get a PG-13. So this one is full-on R in all its glory. So,
oh, boy.
So, yeah, look for those two. And then there's some things coming in the fall that will be announced a little later.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us, and congrats on another premiere.
Thank you.
No problem.